Hey, hey, hey. You know what time it is. It's
Good
Thursday.
evening.
Yeah, it's Thursday. It's 5 p.m. in the United States. It is 10 p.m. in the UK, and it is other times in other places, but we are here just the same to connect and talk about all things business development, networking, resilience, coaching, marketing, you name it. We are here to talk about it. We got a lovely group of people here. You can see the panel. Those of you who this is your first time being exposed to us and you don't know what we're doing or what we're about to talk about, this is the Love Entrepreneur Show. We get together every Thursday at this time to talk about all things business development, to talk about business fellowship, to talk about moving the needle, to talk about just camaraderie, to talk about support, to talk about all things that are beneficial to you as you are on your entrepreneurial journey or thinking about your entrepreneurial journey. I got a great group of people with me today, and we'll talk about who they are in just a second. Let them introduce themselves. This is sponsored by Love Entrepreneurs. Obviously, it is the Love Entrepreneur Show, and I'm gonna cover up some folk on the bottom. Ladies, we're gonna cover you up just for a second, just so we can let the folks know what Love Entrepreneurs is and what it's about. Love Entrepreneurs is a fellowship of individuals, business owners, entrepreneurs with the sole purpose of helping ordinary people build extraordinary businesses. And they do that in a number of ways. One of them is called the Big Fix, that we're going to talk about the Big Fix in a little while. But listen, let's meet the panelists. We got great, great, great folks here. We're going to start with the ladies. Let's go with Lisa Brown first, and Larry, and then my guy Rob, and then I'll close us out, and then we'll jump into our conversation for tonight.
Hello, good evening, everyone. This is Lisa Brown coming to you from Central Pennsylvania. I am the Chief Executive Officer at Solutions Via Carulian LLC. We are a full service strategic communications firm. We provide IT services. And right now, what we are really moving forward with is our mind optimization program, where we help people to reach their brain's highest capacity so that when you go forth in the world, you go forth as strongly and as boldly as you wish, and you satisfy what you want in your life. So that is what I am here helping others to do. And I'm looking forward to sharing information and sending all sorts of positive energy and happiness and blissfulness to you. So that's what I do.
I love it.
Glitter, 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 glitter.
I love it. I love it. And listen, Lisa is somebody that you need to be connected to. Look her up, connect with her. Do it today.
Connect, connect.
Do it today. Leary.
Hello, hello. So, yeah, I'm a sort of serial entrepreneur. I enjoy helping businesses find funding in innovative ways and become more cash profitable in innovative ways. I'm very focused on helping the next generation and leaving this planet in a way, in a better, nicer way than we arrived on it. And to that end, I'm quite determined to leave a legacy of sustainable businesses. And by that, I mean businesses that last more than 100 years, businesses that can last lifetimes, lifetimes of ours and our children's, businesses that have values and put employees first, not last, and actually involves also bringing employees in as shareholders, so that they really feel ownership of that business too. So I like to, I guess I'm a firebrand for innovative thinking, sustainable thinking for business and making money. If you can do that in a sexy and sustainable way, work it out. Who knows? But I'm sure there are ways of doing that. I'll ask my daughter.
And for those of you who may not be familiar with Larry is the part of the brain. She is part of the brain siblings behind Love Entrepreneurs and Silver Tree. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well. Thank you for being here. My guy Rob House is in the house.
In the house and on the planet. And my purpose for being on this planet right now is to help people do better business and have better lives by using the right technologies. So I help run a technology firm called Simply Automate. It's the website there. Go take a look, get educated. And what we do really is educate people, businesses on how to automate repetitive, mundane tasks, automate stuff that you do every single day, find ways to do things better, easier. I mean, those words just sound good. Every time you say better, easier, faster, don't you feel good? All those words just make you feel something. It's like neurochemicals flying through your body. Well, that's what we do, right? And that's what I do, and that's my purpose to make this world better through the utilage of intelligent automation. Come on, that's a long 3-point shot for the win.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And speaking of the number three, I'm Oliver Marcel, and my triangle offense, if you will, is relationship building, men's enrichment, and all things graphics and media and voiceovers. And so I won't get into everything, but I tell you what I am passionate about. I want to see you win in every area of your life. I want to see your relationships thrive personally and professionally. And I want to voice the things that you want talked about. So there you go. Everybody on here is available on whatever platform you might be watching this on. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to Rob. You can reach out to Leary and to Lisa at any time. We are all a part of this fellowship called Love Entrepreneurs, which is a fellowship of folks that want to see you win in business. Part of winning in business, segueing into our topic tonight, is your ability to get strategic partners. So we're going to talk about strategic partners today. We're going to talk about the advantages of it, the benefits, the challenges. We're going to talk about what it is. Is it even important? And why is it important? How does it affect the folk on the panel? So let's throw this out to you guys, starting out with when you think of strategic partners, what comes to mind for you in particular as it relates to the industries that you currently sit in? And are they important to those industries?
Good question.
Great question.
Mhm.
I think
Very good.
if I could teach people to collaborate, well, the one big thing change I'd make, if I could teach people to collaborate to accumulate.
Mm-hmm.
We are not the we are not the we can't go to the graveyard as the Lonely Planet guy. We've got to actually learn to work with others. So we've got to work out that we are the central hub of our lives, and we've got to start to help and learn to love each other by referring our businesses from our clients to the people that we know. Guess what? It makes me really angry, actually, that so many of us don't do this. All we do is think of ourselves. We want other people to give us business, but we don't want or think about, or maybe somebody else could be helped. We just don't think. So we need to get comfortable thinking. That's my message.
Mm.
I'm not sure I answered the question, actually, but I'm angry today because I want to create a revolution of people referring stuff to people, looking after other people, not just themselves. You know, what I love about Love Entrepreneurs is that we're finally working with people now and they're getting this. We are a single point of use hub where you come in like a factory, you do your big fix, which is free, and we give you loads and loads of resources. You can be coached, you can go and do graphics, we will do your website for you, Oliver can do voiceover for you, Rob will do your interaction, your your graphics, so that it all works automatically, and Lisa can do the mental resilience piece of work which you need as an entrepreneur, and then you come back to see me and I do your funding for you. What can be better than that? It was always my dream to have an organization that wouldn't just promise you the earth, but it would deliver it on a pink pony, you know. But you've got to be prepared to go to any lengths. You've got to be prepared to be part of the community, and you've got to be prepared to want to give to others. you've got to give first before receiving,
100%. Only way it
100%.
works. Only way it works. It's that's how nature doesn't need anything. It works on its own because it's a give and take natural flow. And if we act as a our true nature, could be very similar. We can start to harness some of those attributes that can let that happen. And the way you do that is you get around people who are making it happen. Start to do your research. What's important about strategic partnerships and not just any networking group, because just networking groups can be a waste of time and energy. If you don't have the right mindset, intention, and people around you. But if you're in
Mm-hmm.
the right group, we call this a business fellowship, right? If you're in
Yes.
the right group and you're with open-minded, authentic individuals, then you start to build various relationships. And through those relationships, you don't know what opens up or what you learn or what opportunity or what partnership or what collaboration or what part or uh, what revenue you can make together, revenue share. Like, you don't know. And so the only way you're able to do that is what Larry was talking about. Just saying, you got to be willing to give. The way it works right now, it used to didn't work like this. You could just take and kill and destroy and you win. Oh, it's over. The way you win now is you work together, you love, you give, and you get. You show up, you show as you are. People will accept, love, and you exchange. You add value, you get value. It's like this is the way it really works. And so, in our business, we've been able to do strategic partnerships. We've been able to not only receive business, but also give opportunity to others.
Mhm.
Give opportunity. So it's a give and take. And so now that give and take opened up into some other collaborative ideas and potentialities. And so again, why partner? I mean, our purpose we have, in my opinion, we have two purposes, two main ones: to create and co-create. We come here to create and then co-create, work together, and this is how we make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Indeed, indeed. And Rob, what you're describing is that, the give and take is that transfer of energy, right? So if you give out that energy of love and compassion and vitality and just wanting to be progressive in life, that is a transfer of energy. So transferring, you giving it out and you're receiving it as well, because it's a constant wheel of motion of energy, right? So you just want to be in that right frame of mind to be able to receive everything that it is that you say you want in the success of your business. So whatever you ask for your business, be willing to give that. And you are already in the mindset of where you need to be in order to be successful.
Mm.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Barry's here from T&T. Barry's in the house. He said, "Giving
Hello,
of
boy in the
yourself,
house.
giving of yourself is how it works. Strategic partnering is about coming together, building together with the objective of
Yes,
succeeding
I like that.
together." I love it. I love it.
Mhm.
And if you think about it, right, we're talking about strategic partnerships, right? So if you think about the word strategy, and Lisa is a strategist, and I know she can speak to this very well. If you think about the word strategy, strategy involves you game planning in a way that sets you up for whatever success it is that you're looking for.
Yeah.
So let's say we're on a basketball team. If we're on a basketball team, the goal for us in this upcoming game is to win the game. So in order to win the game, we have to craft some strategies. We have to game plan in a way that sets up the players in a way that allows them to work together in a way that causes them to get the W. It's the same way in your strategic partnership. You need to be looking for folk who you can leverage what they do best as
Mhm.
well as they can leverage what you do best, because the point guard needs the shooting guard,
Yep.
needs the power forward, needs the small forward, needs the center. There's not five point guards on the floor at one time. So if you're looking for strategic partners, you need to start thinking now, what is it that I need
Mhm.
that I can also leverage as a service to the people who I serve?
Right.
and then you start to create those partnerships. You start to foster those relationships. You start to build those collaborations, and then you take that conglomerate and serve the folk that
Can I can
you
I
need to
just
serve.
can I just come in on this? Sorry to interrupt you, Oliver, because we had a big fix today, and this was really interesting because over 2 days we were talking about specifically this. So I just want to give. Irene won't mind me saying this, but I just want to give an example of what happened today. So the subject of the big fix today was a woman who had her own web design business. Her challenge was she just didn't want to go fishing for her own fish all
Mhm.
day long, right? So the collaboration basically. Then we discovered that she basically people come to her for web design. She's absolutely a fantastic at this, right? Really awesome. What does she do? She doesn't do CEO in the house. She doesn't do copywriting in her own house. She doesn't do so many. No criticism. We all do. A lot of people do this, right? So what does she then do? She hands over that client to somebody else. So she's already handing over her power to somebody else,
Right.
right? So we spent a long time, and I've got a really long big fix report to write because this is the central pivot. And I'm going to ask her if I can show this to everybody because this is going to be an essay on setting out how to collaborate with others, how to put yourself as the center of the sun, the circle. Hello, here am I, in the circle. And then you've got all your little spokes of the bike wheel around you. But here's the thing you then don't need to go fishing for your breakfast or lunch or dinner.
Right.
And guess what? All
Mhm.
those people who are doing your linked services like SEO and stuff like that, where do you think you're going to get your clients from? You're going to get your clients all from them. In the same way as they're going to get all their clients from you. And guess what? None of you need to go fishing in that pond ever again because you'll all be doing it as a collective.
Right.
And this is it, guys. This is the thing that people don't
Yep.
seem to get. And we go. Lisa, I think you said it. People go to networking groups. It makes me sick. It's like, what's in it for me?
Yeah.
What's in it
Me
for
monsters. Me monster party.
me? Monsters. Is that
Yeah.
what you call me monsters? Yeah, exactly. It's. I stopped networking actually with other groups for a while because I was getting so sick and tired of people not collaborating. There was no collaboration at all. But actually, if you can think about what we're doing at Love Entrepreneurs, we're forcing collaboration because as soon as we've funded businesses, on the way to funding, we're going to be using our services through Silver. On the way out, once you've got the funding, you're going to be coming back in through the virtuous circle and using our services again. Because that's the deal, guys. Unless you sign up to my terms and conditions, you're not getting your funding, which involves using the people in the group. So if you want to be part of a network that's pretty much guarantee you business and give you great business advice and deliver on what it does, there has to be some rules, right? So forgive me for those, but um, you know, people will get it, but it's actually for the benefit of the whole. It'll be slow to start, but once it starts motoring down the runway, it'll get fast. So
Yeah.
Indeed, I agree. We got Clear Journey in the house. My guy Juan Lee is here. Clear Journey
one little
in the
journey.
house. This is a connection that requires you to give first and then receive. Now, and I love that he said that, and that kind of puts a bow on everything that's been said. The thing with strategic partnerships is that in order for them to work, you can't be self-centered. You can't be
Ah,
you can't be self-centered. You can't be selfish because
yeah.
here's what's going to happen in a strategic partnership. Let's say, for example, we need to build a stool. The four of us need to build a stool. Rob has the leather. I don't, but I have some wood. Rob doesn't. Lisa has the nail glue and the wood glue and all the fasteners, but she doesn't have no leather or no wood. Aliri has the stuff that goes on the bottom of the legs so that you don't scratch up your floor, but she don't have any other thing, right? So I could say I got the wood, but I ain't giving the wood to nobody. Yet I need leather and fasteners and leg bottoms. So now I'm out here looking crazy with just a stack of wood when I could just give of myself, stop being self-centered, be like, "Hey, Rob, you know what, bro? Listen, man, I got some wood, man. You got the leather. Why don't we team up?" And then Rob's like, "You know what? That's dope. I know exactly who to go to for the wood glue." And then we go to Lisa and I'm introduced to Lisa. And now we have this collaborative thing. And we're like, man, we got this thing going now, but man, it's going to scratch up our floors. I met this lady, Aliri. She's got the missing piece. Let's form this partnership. And now what happens is no self-centeredness, no selfishness. We all come
Mhm.
together. We make this fantastic stool. We sell it for $1 million and we all get where we need to go.
We will
Wow.
go live in Jamaica
Yeah. Yeah.
under the guidance of the goddess Lisa Brown.
And we got
There it
and
is.
we have
Easy,
to wear
easy,
Yeah, there it is.
just like that.
just like that. Just like that.
Now we've really bigged this thing up. Let's talk about, because I want to be fair. Let's talk about some of the challenges of
Mhm.
of doing this, because there are some challenges as it relates to making sure that Juan said win. I love it. All we do is win once you get these strategic partnerships. Let's talk about the other side, because there are some things you need to look out for. You cannot strategically partner with everyone. So what are some
Indeed.
things we should be looking out for?
Jeez.
Well,
Excellence that they can do what they say they can do. So if you're going to start referring and working with people,
yeah.
so the example today was really good, right? This didn't even occur to her. So I said, okay, so you're working with somebody on SEO. Have you tested their skills? No. Right. Okay. Well, maybe get them to do a little test. Get them to do the SEO work on your website, offsite SEO. See how good they really are. Now, if they're not prepared to do that, that tells you that that's not a team player. That's a taker. That's somebody that's going to take from you. So what I'm going to be writing is get the people, put them to the test. Do not be scared to say to them, hey, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. I
Mhm.
know if I went to talk to somebody about, let's say Oliver, let's say he could show me loads of different videos he's done. He doesn't need to, because I can see by his voice. I've seen the stuff that he's done, and I've seen the stuff that he does in the men's empowerment stuff to know that I'm talking to an authentic person, right? But with other people, it's like, well, show us what you got. People see, and what will happen? People will run a mile when they're fakers. But actually, spend the time on getting 4 or 5 really awesome people around you. You're only as good as the team you've got.
So true.
Indeed.
So true. You
That's good.
know, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. You showing your work, being able to prove that you can do what you say you can do is great. And also a good thing to do when trying to decide who to strategically align yourself with. Go and take a look at some of those referrals. Go look at some of the testimonies. See what they have, like what's who they've served thus far, what those folks are
Mhm.
saying, results they've gotten. That really helped to deepen your comfort, because then you'll have a true understanding about their capabilities.
Yeah. I think also one thing that we should really be looking at as we progress into the future is emotional intelligence,
Yeah,
Mm.
totally.
right? Because there was a time where everything was based on your IQ, right? It was an intelligence quotient, to decide if you are of a certain intelligence in order to be successful, right? But the way that we are moving now, and the understanding that it's through togetherness and not separateness that we progress as a species. So the emotional intelligence of an individual is more and more playing a part in business, because it used to be business was all about the dollars and the cents, and you keep your morality and your virtuosity. There's no place for that in business. But we're moving in a direction where it matters how you think, how you feel and how you treat people,
Mhm.
because that will directly impact how you are in turn retreated in being treated. So we have to really, you can only get to know somebody so quickly when you first meet them and you're looking for a partner, because I've had a bad partner in the past and probably got a little PTSD from it because I was afraid of partnering with anyone, because I'll just struggle by myself. So if I fail, I only have myself to blame. I just have to dust off my own butt, no one else's, kind of thing. And to get from there to gotta have a partner, that's where I am now. Because for years I was like, oh no, I'll just struggle. If I don't make it, I don't make it. And I'm just gonna have to be okay with that. But now I'm like, because the emotional intelligence factor is so important to me, I am finding that I'm being attracted to, and they are being attracted to me. And now it's like getting around this network, this fellowship of people who really care about the human condition, that's really about contributing to humanity, to our progress as a whole, as well as individually, because all these things matter, because it's the oneness
Mhm.
that's going to get us to that celebratory thing that we're looking for, that thing that we're looking for, that we want, that will let us know that we've been successful and the work has paid off. It's that company, that of energy that you keep, that propels you to that. And we have to understand it's that emotional intelligence, not the answers that it takes to pass the test, but it's the virtual nature of a person that is going to really take you where you want to go, because no one wants to deal with rubbish.
Your emotional intelligence, Lisa, literally, you just explained it how it has broadened your perspective. I mean, you literally articulated how, because of your emotional intelligence, now you've realized some things that's going to actually help you expand. It's Yeah, and that's a point. As you're speaking,
Right.
you're living the point.
I
Yep.
Yeah.
think with emotional intelligence, though, I would just say that there's still this blocker. I think that we've got to be very clear about not judging people, not judging a book by its cover. We're really
Oh,
great.
we never do that. Judging is never anything that we do. Not ever, not ever,
Yeah,
and
I
any
know that. What is
circumstance.
that?
Amen. I never do. I never do that.
You never do that.
Yes, not not me, governor, not me, governor. No. So, and this is the thing, because I think making sure that people are okay. I mean, for me, one of my big rant topics at the moment is this fear of financial insecurity everyone's going through, and everyone's going through it at the moment. This is where it becomes more important, not less important, but more important to batten down the hatches and work as a team, work as a unit. So we share in the highs and we share in the lows, right? But I think once we can start to work as a unit, so that people know, I mean, and what we do here at Love Entrepreneurs, my goal was always, we will love you even when you can't love yourself. We will love you better, and I have experienced this myself. I've been through an absolute nightmare over the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and I don't know why. I've just had a really, really, really bad anxiety spell where nothing much has happened, nothing's happened at all, just because. And I felt supported by the network and the group and the fellowship, and I felt supported by my friends, and I needed them in my life to survive, you
Hmm.
know and that I
Yeah.
don't say that lightly. For me, this is not just like an experiment, this is like home.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. This is a good safe place.
It is.
I look
It is a
forward to
good
being
safe
here. I
place.
do,
It is a good
because
safe place.
all these years, the past businesses, the starting, to maintain, it's so much easier this time around. As I said, this is like my big girl business because I had, a couple straight out of college, and, there's like my training wheel companies, if you will. And now it's like I'm finally, you know, with the right people. Like I'm finally, because I was always, it never felt like this before. It just never felt like this. It never felt so spiritually right. It never felt so in flow and just, where it's supposed to be. Everything is happening at its right time. It's just a divine time to be doing this, to be in business right now. Because had I had something like this, which we can't make that happen, we can't go back to the past because past isn't a real thing. Now, right now, this minute, this exists. So to be able to be here and take advantage of that for this big girl business is everything. It's everything.
That is awesome.
It's a tremendous support system. It's a tremendous option that I, again, if it was in the past, that's there. It's all gobbled away and gone. But right now, this minute, we're here, and these options are available. And the big fix, if somebody wants to come in and just share what's going on with their company, what aspirations are, their plans, bounce it off of us. Let's see. Let's go to work. We'll use our brains. We're all over the world, across continents. We come together and say, shoot, what you got going on? Let's see if we can help you. Let's get some ideas generating. And it's just a wonderful jukebox of information, So I'm just glad that this is happening right now. I'm glad to be a part of it. This takes me back to my college roots and basics of brainstorming, because the old noggin still works a little bit. So I'm floored every time I go to a big fix and I do stuff and I have ideas and I go, oh, look what happened. I still got it. 2 kids and I still kind of have something left. So I'm glad I can help.
That's what's up.
And be help, because I take notes for myself.
Indeed.
Too.
That's
There's
right.
so much to learn. Business is business. And, you have things in common with the person next to you, or somebody across on the other side of the globe has the same issue you have. And you can actually exchange information and go, okay, that was cool.
Yeah.
And use it. And then get help from the people in the group to help you do it and execute it.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Listen, if you don't know what Lisa's referring to Love Entrepreneurs. Love Entrepreneurs is a place where you could find strategic partners, because there are individuals that are there, willing, ready, able, waiting to help you build an extraordinary business and introduce you to individuals who may be strategic partners. If you don't even know what partners you need, that's fine, because then you could do a big fix. What is the big fix? The big fix is your opportunity now to share your dreams, your visions, your goals about your business. It's your opportunity to share your pain points, your challenges about your business, and have individuals like Rob and Aliri and Lisa and a host of others pour into you ideas, situations and scenarios, and people, places, and things, and trains, planes, and automobiles, and everything that you may need.
Lions, tigers, and bears.
Right. Everything
Whatever your business is.
It's right there. And then to tie it into what we're talking about with strategic partners, once you've garnered all that information and all of those ideas and all of those suggestions to help you move the needle, you can then be introduced to a fellowship of individuals that can help you, come alongside you, partner with you, and you can service them and they can provide services to you without you spending any money. Now, with that being said, let's take a quick break to talk about what I just said, because I need you to think about that. You can come do a big fix, which is free, by the way. Sit in the hot seat, get a whole bunch of ideas for your business, realize, man, you know what? I've been slipping in the marketing department. I need more marketing done. Be introduced to a marketing strategic partner who then says to you, hey, here's what I can do for you. And it would usually cost you $5,000, but you don't have to pay me $5,000. There's something called silver, and you can give me some of that in silver. What is silver, you ask? We're going to tell you what silver is in this little short station identification break, and then we'll be right back.
Attention.
I just got some marketing materials for my business, and I didn't pay any cash. That's right, you heard me. No cash. Imagine going into a mall that is designed just for businesses, and inside this mall is everything that you need for your business, from marketing and advertising to coaching to video editing to voiceover work to course development and everything that you can think of. Now imagine going into one of these places, asking for what you need for your business, and when you get to the counter, the person tells you that you don't need to pay cash. Now, I know what you're asking. How in the world is that possible? This is how it's possible. It's possible through Silvertree, a business community that creates the opportunity for members to do business with each other using an internal currency called Silver. There are over 450 businesses that are a part of this community, and it's growing every day. How can you be a part of it, you ask? Click somewhere around this video and sign up for the next webinar so that we can introduce you to this new and incredible way of doing business. We want your business to be a part of this community, so we're looking forward to seeing you inside. There it is. Listen, so part of you getting these strategic partners is being able to actually do some level of business with those strategic partners. If we talk like what we talked about in the beginning, if we're talking about leveraging strengths and leveraging resources and all of these kinds of things, this is the place that you want to be. One, to get everything you need to move the needle in your business in the way of suggestions and guidance and education. Two, to find strategic partners that'll come alongside you. And three, to partner with them in a way that allows you to leverage their resources, their ideologies, their tools and tips, and not have to pay all in cash. It is a no-brainer.
No-brainer.
If you want to learn more about it, on the screen, you can see joinsilvertree.com. You can learn everything that you need to learn, or reach out to one of us that is on the screen right here. Barry Tate is in the comments. Every person in business should be doing a big fix.
Yeah.
As often as possible.
Yeah.
As often as possible. Yeah, that you make a really good point, Barry Tate. Thank you very much. We'll have you on. We'll have you on next week for a series of 5. How about that?
Barry Tate is in the house, and yeah, you want to do that. And listen, we're coming down to the end of our time together, but we can't stress enough. And I'm gonna let everybody on the panel give their last words. We'll end with, every time Lisa's here, she just knows it's just a given. She's gonna go last. It's not because we're not chivalrous. It's because she does something that is essential for us in the way we end this. But we've talked about the importance of strategic.
That's Lisa Brown, not me. Sorry.
Yeah, Lisa Brown. We talked about the importance of strategic partnerships. We've talked about some of the things that you need to look out for when you are attempting to create these partnerships. We've talked about a place where you can come in, get guidance, and find partnerships. And we've talked about how you can leverage those partnerships without actually coming out of pocket as much as you would in other scenarios. So listen, if you are just coming in, if you happen to be watching the replay, make sure you watch all of this to get all of the information that you need. Make sure you schedule a big fix. I'm inviting everybody who's watching now to come and just join in the big fix. Come sit in on a big fix. Lend your expertise and your knowledge to this as well. Listen, as we wrap this up, good folks, any last words? We'll go with Illyria and then Rob. Any last words? And then Lisa will close us out as it relates to what we want folk to kind of walk away from this with.
There is, I just want to say, there is a solution. If you're suffering from not having enough cash in your business, if you want help with getting new clients, if you can't afford to pay for that new website, whatever it is, there is a solution. And the solution is come and do big fixes at Love Entrepreneurs. Let us find out what the problem is. Let's help you with a whole slew of solutions. And let's get you in to meet some of our members of Silvertree who can do this stuff for you so that you don't have to, you can pay through your goods and services for what you need instead of having to pay cash. How do you think I've got such great earrings?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Build
I
a
know. I was noticing. I was noticing.
The love heart, though, guys. The
like
love.
that. Like that.
Yes.
I like
Mhm.
that.
I love it. I love it. I
Well,
love it.
that's
Yeah.
me over and out.
Yeah, you know, you think about it in this day and age, man. It's very very challenging to run a business, and even more challenging to stay in business. Most businesses go out of business. You know, most businesses go out of business. And why do they go out of business? Most businesses go out of business because they have a lack of resources. The end. Or the beginning. And it's the beginning if you get yourself into an environment where those resources are available. Then it doesn't have to be the end. Because if you are in an environment that's not only nurturing, but you have access to marketing or sales or coaching or consulting or advertising or dot dot dot. Hello? Right? And when you're in that type of environment, and as Larry just said, you can actually get those for, we'll call it free because the mind looks at it like that, but you're always paying something, which is attention. But in regards to the exchange, you don't have to come out of dough, cash, which is super helpful. So how many businesses would still be in business if they had the resources they needed?
Yeah.
How many businesses would still be in business if they had the resources they needed when they needed it? I
Right.
hate it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
There's always Starry. It's
that's
so
true.
true. So true.
That's
True.
true.
It's very
That's
true.
true. You can leverage Love Entrepreneurs and Silvertree as strategic partners. Barry said not knowing exactly what to do next is not the problem. Not
Yeah.
having a team around you to help you discover the answer is the problem. And that problem can spell the end of your business. We're here to give you solutions.
True.
Words, Barry. I nearly called him Barry White then. Sorry, Barry Tate.
Very wise.
Ooh. Sorry, that's gonna go down. Sorry.
Yeah. So listen, you want to talk about getting strategic partners. You want to look at adding Love Entrepreneurs and Silvertree as strategic partners because with that comes a conglomerate, with that comes a fellowship, with that comes resources, with that comes education, with that comes training, with that comes the opportunity now for you to move the needle in your business much faster than you would have been able to
What?
without those resources.
Listen, as you were speaking, I just realized actually I have three strategic alliances on this screen right now,
Indeed.
and with three separate but the same opportunities.
Hmm.
Whoa,
Yeah,
very very interesting. And
it
so
is.
that's the kind of stuff that happens.
That's what
It
happens.
is.
And we want, and here's the thing, we want that for you. We're not just on here. Listen, we like hanging out with each other. So let's
We
be
do.
clear about that. But more, even beyond that, we want to see you that's watching this now or watching the replay. We want to see you thrive. We want to see you thrive, and we want to see you thrive holistically. I think, let me just speak
Yeah.
just about this for a second, and I'm going to push it off to Lisa. The thing that I love about this space is that we're talking about holistic growth. We're talking about moving the needle holistically. So we're talking about everything from what happens right up here, through the heart, through getting the mind and body right, through getting your mindset right, through understanding how your brain works, all the way to what you may call the bottom line or the dollar bill or the pound or whatever currency that you're carrying. All the way through that process, this group wants to see you win. It's not just about give me the money, give me the money, give me the money. No, 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 no. We want you to be right,
Hmm.
and we want to see you thrive.
Yes,
True.
that's it. That's it.
Hmm. All right. So I guess I'm bringing up the rear. So what I ask you all to do is just to take your right hand and just put it across your left chest here. It's kind of like right there underneath your collarbone, right there. Your heart should be somewhere over there, unless you're one of those people that has your heart on the right, but most of us have it on the left. So I would just ask you all to take in a deep breath because for every breath we take, 20% goes to your brain. And this is where all of the activity is happening. So it would behoove us to try to get as much oxygen into our breaths as possible so that we can have oxygenated brains that can really help us and behave in the way that it's supposed to be. So let's just take in a deep breath. Just going to take a deep breath in for 5 seconds, hold it for 5 seconds, and then release that breath. And at the end of that, we're going to hold it out. Okay. So just take in a deep breath for me. 5. Hold it 5 seconds. Exhale. And hold it. Don't breathe. Keep your hand on your chest and just take a couple deep breaths in and out on your own, just to the max. Just max out that inhale. And when you get it all the way, just take in a couple more. Just kind of. And just take notice of your heartbeat under your hand. Do you feel it? Like that's you. That's all you. So when you're breathing, this is what's happening all the time. So let's just be more mindful of our breaths. I know we're not going to walk around everywhere going, no, that'd be crazy. We look weird. Somebody's going to call the cops. Just when you remember, you get into the car off the street, just kind of, just take a minute. Just take some deep breaths in and out. Just be mindful of this pump here. And it's so much more than that. Because they know that we have a brain in there now. It has its own brain this whole time. Doesn't mean that there's a little brain like how we, have this in here, but the same materials that make up the brain are also in our heart. And there's a whole other brain in there. And when we start to understand ourselves, we get to unlock a lot of different things in our bodies that we never knew about. So let's keep that in mind and just stay positive, be around positivity, and just be mindful and enjoy where you're at. Like we have life. Nothing's better than this right now. There's nothing better than this right here, right now. Be mindful of that and take that forward with you.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for that. If listen, you got to have somebody like Lisa as a strategic partner to keep your head and heart right, to keep you understanding and get you some education around how your body works and how that ties into your goals, your life goals, your business goals, your relationship goals. It all points back to what Lisa does and what she is gifted in doing. So make sure that you connect with her. Make sure you connect with Rob Howes and Aliri Coslet and myself, because we can be, going back to the title of this, great strategic partners. Make sure that you are getting your big fix done. If you want a big fix done, you can do one. If you want to be a part of a big fix, you can be a part of a big fix today. Well, you can't be a part of it today, but you can reach out today and we can make sure that you are a part of it.
Today we can get you set up.
We can get you set up. We can get you set up. And listen, with that, this is Love Entrepreneurs. Again, Love Entrepreneurs is a fellowship of individuals, business owners, entrepreneurs with the sole focus and goal of helping ordinary people build extraordinary businesses. We are fantastic strategic partners. We want you to partner with us. This has been another episode of the Love Entrepreneurs Show. Listen, share this with somebody, and we'll see you again next week for another one, for another great topic where we're sharing and giving value and encouraging you to come and hang out with us.
It's another one.
Peace out, everybody.
Hi everyone, I'm Jake. Today was my big fix as well as yesterday. Thank you everyone for coming and supporting Love Entrepreneurs as usual. It's always a fantastic experience. And despite my own experiences of running multiple businesses, I always come away from here completely refreshed with new ideas I haven't sort of thought of or have thought of but haven't expanded. It's an absolute pleasure to come along to Love Entrepreneurs as always. And I look forward to seeing other big fixes that I can contribute to.